as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down, Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They go play action. Mayfield eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Mayfield looks to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. At their own 19-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football.
And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's the all-pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Oh, what a move. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
Lindsey now off the read option. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Lindsey. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Mark Ingram. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans cut into that lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb.
On the tackle there, Lonnie Johnson. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Texans 14.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right.
And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And that'll make it third down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
21, Texans 14.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
Chase McLaughlin for the Browns field goal. A 50-yard.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. Lindsey, 1st down and more than that. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And that was a pleasing run from Phillip Lindsay coming over from the Denver Broncos to join now a crowded backfield with the Houston Texans. But why is it so crowded? Because they finished 31st in the league last year in rushing, and they're trying to find anyone who can lead them and get that running game moving in Houston.
Watson on 1st down. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. A give running right, Lindsey. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 82 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Chris Conley, a 23-yard run. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
Slide for the PAT. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Browns 24, Texans 21. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt there to make the grab. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Texans 21.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a give to Lindsey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 50, it's Watson. Slant route to Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Watson off play action. David Johnson here on the catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. To the air yet again, Watson. Going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A handoff, Lindsey running left. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 20-yard line. 92 yards on the ground for him so far. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now Watson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Akins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. Touchdown, Texans. Anthony Miller from 10 yards out. And the Texans have cut it to within a score.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is down to a field goal. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
25 yards that time.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 46 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Philip Dorsett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Ingram's got the first down and more. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called.
Nice run there by Mark Ingram. The 3-time Pro Bowler, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher was signed by the Texans to be a veteran presence in their running back room despite the fact he'll be 32 in December. Hoping to get one more good season out of the former Heisman Trophy winner.
The final shot before the break. Watson is going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right. right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play fake. Mayfield. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins, 33 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 24. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation.
Cooks. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got the hookup with Conley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. To throw is Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. The 30, 20... And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Roberts now on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Here's Watson. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Mayfield to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jimmy Moreland there on the stop. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And it's caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. First down, Cleveland. Mayfield to Beckham. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taken from about the 12. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got Akins, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Watson on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 64 yards. And the Texans are able to make things a bit more respectable. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Open man is Higgins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 95 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is down to 24.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, but I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he'll be able to get this up to about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Off of play action, it's Watson. And now here's another interception. Picked by the rookie Greg Newsome. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run with Chubb. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So a great 2nd effort there as he's able to stay upright and get into the end zone.
I think not just a 2nd effort. I think a 3rd effort was what got him in. Maybe possibly even a 4th.
Yeah, whatever it was, he was not going to be denied. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance. Can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing on third down, Watson. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive backs. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big, big play.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's...
And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 76 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2. And that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb.
Oh, and what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they